Video has joined writing as a quintessential teaching tool in higher education. At their best, educational videos aren't simply recorded lectures, but rather leverage the affordances of visual storytelling to impact how students process and retain new knowledge. Yet, workload, access to video production training, and compensation often create barriers for instructors to build the skills and confidence necessary to create videos for their courses.
But a new tool has hit the scene, claiming to be the ultimate time-saving barrier buster, generative AI. While there are AI tools that might help us produce videos, they are not adequate replacements for developing your own video skills. This video is an appeal to educators to learn the basics of video production instead of outsourcing all of their creation powers to machines. It is also an appeal to institutions to reflect on the systematic barriers that are in the way of offering professional development, and to recognize that technology is no replacement for proper staffing, resourcing, and pay.
Storytelling helps students to synthesize information into narrative connections which they can employ critically. In the classroom, faculty are storytellers, offering lectures, discussion, and active learning strategies to support student engagement. In the online learning management system, faculty are visual storytellers, creating intentional navigational layouts, infographics, and videos to enhance the learner experience and support dual coding, the pairing of visuals and words to create stronger memories. It's also a creative and communicative process that relies on human connection.
Consider a whiteboard covered in half-erased notes from various lectures. It contains visual information, but lacks communicative intent. Visual storytelling uses images to convey an intended meaning from one human to another. Students listen for those intentions. In June 2025, EDUCAUSE published Leveraging Gen AI to Transform a Traditional Instructional Video into Engaging Short Video Lectures. It outlines a process for using Gen AI to quickly and efficiently transform a lengthy instructional video into an engaging video lecture series with no video production skills required. The article suggests using Gen AI the way an exhausted parent who worked an overnight shift might rely on a partner to microwave a quick meal for them before they fall asleep. The meal is simple, sort of filling, probably bland. The microwave will produce a better meal than an untrained cook, but eating that microwave meal a few times a week becomes monotonous. Her taste buds will become bored. The sodium content makes her feel bloated. She misses the crunch of fresh vegetables. She begins to wonder, how can I make a meal better than a microwave?
Gen AI may in fact boost productivity in terms of proofreading, formatting, and beyond. However, it won't boost creativity and may even harm our ability to have fresh ideas. Even high-quality input data and personalized interactive elements cannot possibly replace the value of personal touch and human connectivity. Gen AI might be able to convey the content of your course, but it won't be able to convey why it matters. When faculty apply principles of instructional design in video production, whether through learning and practicing themselves or by partnering with specialist colleagues, short videos become roadmaps for knowledge acquisition and application. For example, imagine a professor is designing a video on climate change for an environmental science course. They include satellite imagery showing deforestation in the Amazon over a decade, a graph depicting rising global temperatures alongside CO2 emissions, and photos of communities affected by sea level rise. These visuals are sourced from scientific journals, policy papers, and indigenous narratives, each of which are linked for students to explore further after the video. The faculty member intentionally sequences the content to tell a story, from global data to local impact, culminating in ethical and policy discussions. Gen AI might generate relevant images or content if prompted, but it cannot guarantee the accuracy of the images or their sources. Nor can it predict the emotional impact of juxtaposing a graph with a human story.
Teaching, storytelling, and video creation all require big picture understanding of our communicative goals, our audiences, and human psychology. While Gen AI can produce verbal and visual content, it lacks the human intuition to align them meaningfully within a learning context without explicit instruction. Gen AI is designed to predict what words or images come next, not what they'll build to. A type of understanding which is one of the most essential ingredients of crafting a lesson. Moving from the in-person classroom to an asynchronous online one is hard. It is tempting to ask a machine to simply do the translation for us by automating our video making process. But instructors already possess the powers of storytelling, pacing, and metaphor, whether or not they realize it. While this might take a bit of practice to translate to video, practice makes perfect. When you ask a machine to do the work for you, much as you are pleading with your students to understand, you don't build new skills that you can use next time around. When you learn how to make your own videos, you'll get faster with each lesson until it becomes as second nature as lecturing. And the creation process can help you refine your pedagogy and deepen your own understanding of your subject matter.
Research shows students gain more from instructor feedback than automated feedback. Additional research shows that many students have negative perceptions about AI in the classroom regarding responsibility, agency, and surveillance issues. Students' social media algorithms are getting bogged down with AI slop, where they might click a video that sounds exciting,
only to realize through the automated monotone and nonsensical metaphors and script that it was clickbait created by a machine.
In the age of demographic cliffs and declining enrollment, educators should ensure that students will not experience the same frustrations with higher education that they do on Twitter or Instagram. Over-reliance on automation may turn a new generation of students off from traditional learning altogether. Gen AI is emerging in an already exhaustingly electronic world. We lose time remembering our passwords, trying to get word processors to work the way we want, and hoping for the love of everything that the printer will actually print when we tell it to. At its best, AI can help with these technological hurdles. It can search through the manual of the word processor and implement what we would be able to do on paper without us needing to learn a new hotkey or menu.
The problem is, some instructors are using it not to streamline the digital world, but to replace the human one. When the narrator's voice, instructive metaphors, and sense of humor all get automated, it seems the only task left for humans is the frustrating job of remembering passwords.
Many students are using AI to do homework and write essays for them. In some circumstances, this is seen as cheating. But is it fair to ask our students to complete work for lessons their instructors don't fully have time to write? If both we and our students are overworked to the point of over-reliance on Gen AI, could assigning less help both parties? We've arrived in a world where teachers are using robots to teach students who will use robots to complete their assignments. We're performing education without ensuring that anyone learns anything.
Faculty must thoughtfully consider the role of Gen AI in the design and development of their course materials, including video content. Its appeal as a time-saving tool can be misleading. Efficiency alone does not guarantee meaningful teaching or learning. Faculty, in collaboration with instructional designers and video creators, possess a uniquely specialized perspective and a brilliance in facilitating learning, qualities that no tool can replicate.
And we shouldn't want them to. When structural inequities create problems for our classrooms, let's advocate for structural solutions to provide the time, space, and support needed to create unique and engaging videos that students love and learn from.